Hey you guys, it's your girl Jamaica,
It's Dr. Jamesia.
And Carmel.
Debbie Maisha.
and we are Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits. Ladies, we are the Black Coffee, our lips drip with honey, and sometimes we have a little grits, sass class, and all that as. Listen, you guys, you are here, and today we're going to have a conversation about family dynamics. So, listen, y'all, let me get into this real quick. Look, let me bring my microphone just a little closer because y'all know I get to whispering when I get excited. So, I was having a conversation with one of my friends the other day, and I was like, yeah, I'm at my auntie house and she want me to go do run some errands, X, Y, and Z. And she was like, oh, okay. And so then she kind of asked me something of she was listening to a conversation between that was happening in the background between my aunt and some gentleman. I want to tell y'all his name because he got like this funny little nickname, but just in case I get back to the city, I don't want nobody to know my business. So anyway, they was having a conversation. And he was like, oh, this your grandmama? And I said, my grandmama? I said, no, this is my aunt. And then my aunt was like, yeah, I'm her grandmama, just like I'm her brother grandmama. And da da da. Like she just one of them people who just get you out my business type thing. And I was like, okay. And so of course, talking to my friend, she was like, so that's your aunt? So what's this and what's that? I was like, technically, she's not my aunt, but she is my aunt. She's my cousin's mama. And so then she was like, huh? I was like, well, her and my uncle was never really married, but it was two brothers who dated two cousins. So her and my brother, my cousin and my brother, double kin. But I was like, but then technically I found out that she was raised by her auntie, which is my granddaddy's sister. But I was like, don't worry about it. She just my auntie. Let's just call it what it is. I don't know really know, just call the thing what it is. And so she was like, well, I understand because my sister's brother, because it ain't he ain't my brother, but he always came down with my sister. But I was like, yep. I was like, so you understand respectfully, thank you. And so we pretty much, I was like, it's so interesting when we talk about like the family dynamics with Black people, because I know even with with me personally, and then with one of my friends, her family, we kind of just move around. Whoever can take care of the kids is the person who's raising the kids. And so I was laughing because in their family, certain ones, their parents are more like their siblings because their older aunts were the ones who really took care of them. You get what I'm saying? So they looked at their other aunts as, well, she's more like my mother, and my mother is kind of like my sister because my mother was in the army, and so we stayed with my grandmother and my aunt, and all these things. So I just kind of wanted to have this conversation about family dynamics with you guys. And maybe y'all could tell me about y'all dynamics. What were there any other people who were in your nucleus who, technically they consider it extended family? You get what I'm saying? Like for me personally, my aunt, we're gonna say Aunt S, looks like me, or I look like her rather. And I was always like, listen, you ain't got to lie. I know you had me and you just was tired at the time. You gave me to my mama. I understand that she raised me and you want me to believe that that's my mama. But I can't really fully believe that she my mama, but I think she my mama because I don't think she would really take care of other people's children because she not that girl for real. But me and you got so much going on. Like I got the sinus issue just like you. She must have really hated you at one point when she was pregnant because I look like you. We got the same mannerisms. You can't deny me. That's all I'm saying. You just can't deny me. And she was like, you my child. You my daughter. I'm your real mom. Like we had this ongoing family joke. She was like, I'm your real mama. Don't worry. I was like, well, save me. Just save me. Can I get $100? Something. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to y'all about y'all family dynamics. Look, we'll go through some other stories. What about y'all?
I can say yes. There's a lot of family dynamics, but for me, when you said it like that, which is, I think I think we all have it. Like my mom and my aunt, um, they don't look alike to me. They don't look like their sisters, but I look like my mom, but I act like my aunt, like to the T. My sister is the same way. Well, my sister's more like my aunt. It's weird. So my aunt would always be like, y'all know y'all more mine, like more like me, like, and my mother would get so upset about that. She'd be like, hot, because they had this thing, this rivalry, like who's better. Well, we always wanted to go to my aunt's house, but not that she was better. Anyway, not that she was better, but it was just a different thing. So yeah, I guess that's another dynamic too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what you're getting at, but
I mean, all of it, whatever it is, because even with like my nephew, when he was born, his mama a little darker, my brother a little darker than me too, but his mama, on the darker side of things. But when she had him, when I tell y'all that baby looked just like me when I was a baby, you can't deny this. This one yours. I told my brother, this one yours. I don't know what stunts you trying to pull. He looked just like me, and this how I know we can right here because of this one. Like, yep, sure is. And he born in July. He a Cancer too. He Auntie love you, baby. That's all. Auntie love you. That was me. But his first son looked just like him. So it's so funny because I'm like, he looked like you. And the second one, because I'm the second, he looked like me. Like, and I say, did you have beef with me? Was you mad at me? Because this one looked like I spit him out. I was holding the baby. The man came in the house and he was like, that's your baby? I say, sure look like me, don't he? Don't look, don't he? He look just like me. The girl sitting up there with the hospital bracelet on and everything still. And I'm like, now you see this girl look like she just came from out the ward. And you gonna ask me, is this my baby? But I take it. Look, thank you. Just mean he's cute. What about y'all? Look, what about y'all?
I've got none of that. So I have none of that. My parents raised us. My grandmother watched us sometimes. I was the first grandchild, so my aunts definitely thought I was like their doll for a while. But no, the lines were very clear. There was no like outside extra people or anything like that. I mean, I had a godmother who I was just kind of like, as I got older, I was like, no, not that one. And I let my mother know that too. So no, I don't have it. Like, I have cousins who have those types of dynamics. I have cousins who have children in different states and places and different extra family and all of that stuff. But in my immediate family, we didn't grow up with that. I mean, we had like my parents had friends, but y'all already know how I am with family. I did not see those people that way. Everybody had their role and they had their assignment, and it wasn't anything extra.
Mine was all effed up. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Well, I've mentioned a few times, Jamika, you're funny. I mentioned a few times how I grew up with my cousins like they were our siblings. And we were together all the time. It's because my mother was close to her siblings. So the cousins were all close. And every weekend we just wanted to, we loved being in each other's, as my cousin Jude put it, we wanted to breathe each other's air. We just wanted to be around each other all the time. So the thing of it was, yes, the siblings were close. So my mom was close to her brothers and sisters, but also they had brought their father, my grandfather, into the States. So grandfather, he didn't have his own place or anything. He pretty much was a nomad. He traveled from one family to the other. So wherever he was for the month, that's where everybody congregated to every weekend. So we were upstate. Two of my cousins were upstate New York. Whenever he was up there, every weekend we went up there. We just knew. When he stayed with us, all the cousins came to us. When he stayed with my other cousins in Rosedale, Queens, New York, everybody went over there. So we were always together because of him. And just like many other families, when that grandfather, when that person, the top of the patriarch or matriarch, the top of that family, passes away, usually the family just kind of, and that's what happened to us. Just a few of us kind of clung together, and many of us, like from like, you know, like I can love you from a distance, thank you, but some of us really clung onto each other. And every time I watch a movie or a show with friends and they get together and it's just amazing. I don't have friends like that until Black Coffee, Honey and Grits, but I don't have friends like that. I have family like that. And I can always relate to that respect. As far as who resembles who, first of all, can we just say family is just a beautiful thing when you can see somebody's traits in somebody else, like the auntie or the grandma. It's just beautiful. And I've always respected, loved, I've always been in awe of it. And a part of me, when I meet somebody or hear of somebody that was adopted, I feel sad for them in that regard. I don't feel sad for them. It's like, oh, how sad is it that you were adopted? But that's one of the things I feel like people who are adopted might feel missing, that connection to a family member. Never mind the mom and dad, but the auntie and the grandfather or whatever. I digress. But that's one of the things that I'm in awe of. Even like we would see like you were talking about the family dynamics, Jamaica, where the kin and the auntie who raised that one but was not really married and blah blah blah, like all how it gets really convoluted. We had this one aunt